It's students in remote towns streaming global lectures in real time. It's you making big moves in London while chilling by the pool in Abeokuta. It's power, it's freedom, it's mounting a router outside and connecting it inside for super fast internet. It's Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Enjoy unlimited data for limitless living with Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to get yours. Airtel.
Bro, have you heard?
What?
The Fanta and Sprite are now available in 60cl plastic bottles. And it's for the same price. 500 naira.
Bring me 2 bottles. 1 Fanta for me, 1 Sprite for my friend. 60cl plastic bottle, right?
You heard right. Fanta and Sprite are now available in 60cl plastic bottles for the same price of 500 naira. That's 20% more Fanta and Sprite for free. Grab the new 60cl bottle today. Enjoy extra refreshment.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Why is this line not moving? Sorry, ma. The network is a bit slow.
Don't lose customers to long queues. With the First Money Merchant POS, every checkout is fast, reliable, and instantly settled.
Finally, quick and easy.
Get your First Money Merchant POS now on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS or at any First Bank branch close to you. First Bank, you first.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Hey, see package. This is what I call full house.
Yes, sir. That's me.
Who's talking about you? I'm talking about this Peak Yogurt Drink Full House pack in your hand.
The Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House pack with more refreshment contains fresh cow milk. Share and enjoy full house goodness filled with essential vitamins and minerals. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Babe, I am so sorry. I know I was wrong. I promise I will never do it again.
Don't let low airtime block your romance. Buy a new MTN SIM to enjoy 2,100 naira in airtime for 2 months. And with MTN Better Gist, you'll get 3 minutes extra for every 6-minute call you make. MTN Better Gist is also available to all existing customers. To join, simply dial *123*2*1# or text PG to 312. T's and C's apply. MTN, what are we doing today?
Imagine a world without communication, a world without emergency calls, disconnected businesses, and unreachable families. Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is the reality we face when telecommunications masts and fiber optic cables are vandalized. These telecommunications assets are the lifeline of our communities. They keep us connected, informed, and safe. Every act of vandalism is a blow to our businesses, our banks, our schools, our hospitals. Let's stand together. Let's protect our networks. Dial 622 from any network or send an email protect@ncc.gov.ng to report any suspicious activity around telecommunications infrastructure. Our connection, our responsibility. This message is brought to you by the Mobile Network Operators and Towercos in collaboration with Nigerian Communications Commission.
Dailies today on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. Good morning to you. Welcome to the second part of Dailies today. It's a Wednesday. We don't know whether it's going to be a wet Wednesday. But yesterday's rain was something else. I still don't have an update as regards the impact of yesterday's rain. But you're welcome to the show, though.
But at yesterday, it was said that it's going to rain heavily today.
Oh,
I think that's what I saw.
Yeah, night came very quickly last night. I think everywhere went dark around 6 o'clock or so. Yeah. So yeah, you should expect something like rain.
Have you ever experienced an eclipse?
Yeah, I think many times.
Well, I experienced it about 10 years ago in Nigeria. Here, I was around 11. Then it went dark for just about 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
For those 30 minutes or more, I was praising God more in your love. If the world go to heaven, God did have mercy on me. All my sins. But it was a frightening experience for you to, just right from nowhere in the afternoon, it just went dark. I was on the Korodu Road.
Yeah, I remember one of such incidents that we had to put on one glasses like that.
No, I didn't look at me. I've never looked at them. When I'm already have my pair, with my bad eyes, my too low walking. But this particular day, I went to praise and worship. I some bits of the Quran, Timomo, Quran, Rabbi, North Quran, all of them. Just at this place.
All right, Lagos, you're welcome. I'm Sheriff Quadry.
Good morning.
You say your name again.
I'm Jimi Disu. Good morning.
Okay, yeah. I think the mic went off.
Yeah.
All right, let's begin. You can watch the show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch. We're going to start with Vanguard newspaper. No gains in reforms without cuts and cost of governance. Sanusi Peterside.
Oh, yes, I do. I say yes, I do. Yesterday, my two favorite KCL boys, Sanusi, the SLS, and Atedo Peterside, gave the government a very good talk to. They spoke the truth. They didn't faff around at all, and it was at the Oxford Global. It was called the Oxford Global Think Tank Leadership Conference and Book Launch in Abuja, where top policymakers and economic experts gathered to discuss the theme of leadership and reform in Nigeria. According to the Vanguard, they challenged leadership on accountability. It's very important. Accountability is almost zero. At least as far as optics are concerned, almost economic discipline there is none. Just like Sanusi said, long convoys. For example, Sanusi says that, why do you need 48 ministers? Well, what job are they doing? Some of them could jolly well, you don't need a minister for sports, for example. You can have a director of sports and all this. You don't need a minister of sports. What are you doing for 48 ministers of blue economy, of white economy, of, They talked about that. They talked about long convoys. That convoy thing has become a disease. Is a disease. Then they also talked about endless travels. And the person who is most guilty of that is the number one citizen. Always, if I were allowed to give him a nickname, I'll say Umfoloke. He's always on the move. To where? For what? So they told themselves some home truths, but they gave government a pass mark for initiating the reforms. There's a difference between initiating the reforms and getting the reforms up to the level that we expect. OT also called for leadership discipline, human capital investment to unlock Africa's prosperity. OT, of course, I'm sure he had some of his own governors in mind. There's a governor who at one time was wearing a wristwatch. I think the wristwatch was almost $700,000 or something like that, and had the Rolls Royce in his hometown. I mean, the are leaders. I don't. But let's go there today. Let's go there today. Let's just So that there was that. Then also in the as part of the story in the trust report that Sanusi said to the federal government, borrowing after subsidy removal is wrong. And some government of their propagandists keep telling you every country borrows, everybody does this, everybody does that. And we keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing to pay debt, borrowing to everything. There's also this Minister of Finance, Wale Adun, insisted that there's some money available to the needy and the vulnerable. I'm vulnerable, I've not seen anything. But jokes apart, I haven't really seen anybody who claims to have been given some money. Look at the story here. It says the 16th Emir of Kano and former CBN governor has queried the rationale behind borrowing after the removal of petrol subsidy. Speaking in Abuja yesterday at the Oxford Global Think Tank Leadership Conference, the Emir said that the removal of subsidy had led to increased revenue. He commended Tinubu's administration for removing fuel subsidy. In principle, one would. The manner in which it was done is highly controversial, and that's just being polite. If another person had done that as a chief executive, I've had him fired immediately. But that's a story for another day. But at least the subsidy is removed. And he's also commended the president for a unifying exchange rate, even though, as far as I'm concerned, the rates are far too high, but I'm not an economist, so let's leave that as it is. And he described both as painful and necessary. He, however, cautioned that reforms would fail unless it is matched with fiscal discipline and transparent spending. Fiscal discipline and transparent spending. If you stop paying subsidies but continue borrowing more, that's what Sanusi says. He says, it means you filled one hole only to dig another. The debt profile of this country is frightening. Don't let propagandists tell you otherwise. And it's something that is going to manifest in future. Not immediately. It's going to manifest in future. What I even think is worse is the fact that the monies borrowed are not even channeled in the right places. They are finding their way. Some of them, they're finding their way somehow, we are told, into private pockets. But that's a story for another day. Then he said in 2012 we warned that the subsidy was sustainable, but politics took over. I saw something that made me very, very sad, a small video clip where Quadry Fayemi, who I had expected all the time, was giggling in public that, they knew that Jonathan was right, but that the reason why they went against him was politics. My rating of him just dropped to an all-time low. He was giggling, he was happy. You put people through so much pain, people died, and you knew within yourself. And you come around and laugh in public and say, it's all politics. I don't know. Only God will help us. Because I'm glad that God pushed him to make that admission, because if that one doesn't tell you something, nothing ever will. He said we in the opposition, we knew, but we knew that Jonathan was on the right path. And you wouldn't, for the benefit of the people, allow him to go on. Only for you to laugh gleefully in public, if it is in public, that it was all politics and he was having a good time. I'm not surprised. He's very comfortable. A lot of people are not. And that is a manifestation of some of the leadership that you have. Tomorrow now you hear that he wants to be a presidential candidate. I'm a boss of Tirawani. we go enter the same trouser. Anyway, so if you read, I think it's in all the papers. What Atedo Peter side and SLS had to say yesterday. It's true. I mean, I've always said that it's not as if Tinubu's government has been totally bad. is the manner in which things are done. But I think we flogged that enough.
All right.
Let's go to other issues.
We're streaming live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. If you'd like to watch us live on your smart devices, please do that. Search for Nigeria Info 99.3 on those two platforms and you'll be able to watch us live. Let's go to page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. I've been banned from USA, Shoyinka.
Yeah, and so what? Well, what's the news in that? What's the news in that? I heard Prof called a press conference to tell people that he's been banned from the USA. And then what now? Is USA heaven? No. Must you go there? No. Is it your country? No. He said that he called the press conference that it is necessary to hold this conference so that people in the US who are expecting me for this event or that event do not waste their time. There was no need to call a press conference to tell people that because you publicly, you tore your green card. He tore his green card. And therefore, and the idea that some people are expecting you, nobody is expecting to. The news should have gone around quickly whether you are going to attend an event or not. I think, I must say again, this might sound a bit controversial, but I think Prof needs to step away from the limelight a little bit, so that he doesn't become overbearing. I don't know what, and he made front page because somebody's visa was revoked. America has to protect itself. They have their own interests. Their interests might not necessarily align with yours. Whatever you might think of Trump, is the elected president of the United States of America, and majority of the people elected him. And so, if you're not happy, stay away from the country. And how hard have you tried to be that critical about what is going on in your own country? I don't want to take anybody on, but truth must be said. Very critical about Trump, tore your green card, tore what? What have you done about the pains that we are experiencing here? I don't want us to go to. He's my mentor. He's my mentor. There's no. My respect for him is 100% top notch. But on this, I disagree with him completely. I disagree with him. You made such a public showing about Trump becoming president. What have you done about the sufferings of the people in Nigeria that you have always been known for? You are hobnobbing with the same set of people that a lot of people believe is putting them through pain. So that's where the cookie crumbles. So I think that Prof should, he won't die if he doesn't go to the United States. The other countries he can go to. He's a man of the world. But I think I have one advice for Prof. Be careful of the company you keep publicly. We can go to the next story.
You say you were going to say something.
I've said it already.
Oh, that's it.
I don't know. I've finished. Again, be careful of the company you keep publicly.
Publicly. Okay. We can keep those companies.
No, listen.
Private.
Okay, so let me break it down. In life, because of its person, is bound to mingle with various kinds of people. That is no problem. But know that every person you mingle with publicly has a meaning and an implication. I'm also tracing this to part of the problem of his denial of a visa.
Okay. Why are you looking like that? Okay, I've heard now.
When you have a certain profile, the kind of people you mingle with, clink glasses with publicly, is going to affect the estimation of you by other people who might not know the fact. And that is why you find that people who are wise, who are in a very vulnerable position, there are certain people they see at the dead of night. When you tell that one, tells them to want to, I know, I will not be at home. Why don't you come around 1 o'clock or let's meet somewhere? Because there is nowhere that they don't. Translate it for me now. But what I said is what I said. What I said is what I said.
You think that Prof has been too quiet?
I'm not going to answer.
You said it earlier. I'm just trying to say that maybe you're wrong. Maybe Prof is doing.
I didn't say he has been too quiet. Play back the tape.
You said he hasn't been as vocal as.
Play back the tape and listen to what I said. I've forgotten. I have a memory. What is that? I have a memory loss as to what I said.
But I thought you used to say that you're rolling tired down the street.
In this world, Sheriff,
sir,
you cannot eat your cake and have it. You cannot eat your cake and have it. And I repeat that when you're in a particular position, you should watch the company you keep publicly.
Meaning Ibi Gagarela Bagba.
I don't know where Gagara is. And I'd like to be shown the place.
Okay, let's move on to our next story. Let's see. The Nigerian News Direct, page 3. There's this story here. Skit makers, media practitioners must obtain approval before shoot on campus.
I think it needs to go further than that. And this story has provided an opportunity for me to express myself about all these people who do. It's good to do skits, but I keep repeating, a lot of them are going to run into trouble with skits that they do. Somebody's going to die of a heart attack. Somebody is going to run into a well. So it is important that the skit makers are educated, on the implications of some of these so-called skits that they do. There is one funny guy, who comes and pretends that he's measuring the ground and whatever, and is going to buy your house, and I've seen certain reactions that have been quite frightening. With elderly people, for example.
That's right, I've seen it too. Yeah.
We need to. There was one I kept warning until he ran into trouble and was messing around with a kid under 18. I think that one has learned his lesson. But a lot of the young people who do these skits, you better think twice, especially the one that throws neighborhoods and areas into panic, because you don't know who is going to run where. Somebody is going to run into a well. Somebody is going to run into a hole. Somebody is going to run straight up into a transformer. You need to be very, very extremely careful. I know it's a thing of the world now. I know. And, okay, I know a lot of people want to make money. But you had better be careful. I'm waiting one day until one of these so-called skit makers will try some nonsense with me.
Yeah.
That all the money he has in the world I'll get from him and give to charity. Because you see, some of them are outright illegal. Even skits done abroad, I've seen some of them you could actually get sued. You can't use me for your content without my consent. 2, you can't frighten me and think that the skit and laugh and go away. What do you know my heart? Do you know my health condition? So we need to be careful. Let me tell you, I think that some of the so-called skits you see abroad, I suspect might be in conjunction with the victim. It might all be they might all be in agreement. But this one that you surprise people, and especially the one that makes everybody run for cover, I'm going to warn these skit makers very seriously. You have to be very careful. Anyway, the University of Lagos, UNILAG, has official, and I agree with the school. So they are not saying don't do a skit, but please. And I think the whole idea is 1, so you can be guided, and 2, to know who to hold responsible if something happens. People don't know it is a serious offense to raise a false alarm. It's a serious offense. You could go to jail for shouting fire, fire where there is none. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So some of the things they are doing are legal, and the UNILAG says there's none of it. The directive contained in a statement by the institution's head of communications, Mrs. Adejoke Agba Ibrahim, followed growing concerns over the rising use of university facilities for unapproved media productions, including comedy skits, vox pops, and short films. So if you're a student of UNILAG, you want to do this skit nonsense, you have to go get permission from the authorities. Okay?
All right.
It says all cinematographic activities within the university environment must comply with laid down procedures and receive official approval to ensure safety, discipline, and respect for institutional values.
I'm going to take this comment on Facebook. Hamid Ademola Donyi says, I think JD should create an uncensored YouTube channel called Another Day, where we can analyze all this story for another day.
Don't worry, one of my two this is coming. What's it called?
Your podcast, right?
My podcast is coming. That is one. Then I have in the works. I'm going to do a podcast of me only, where I'll be able to express, like he said, another. In fact, thanks for giving me the name. I might just call it Another Day.
Another Day.
So we'll be able to express ourselves. I'm trying to work on it. I'm looking for the time, actually. The idea is already in my head, but the time, because it has to be regular to put it together, yes.
Indeed. Let's move on to our next story in the Vanguard, page 3. Debunk false narratives, promote Nigeria's image. FG tells missions.
They took this from the handbook that was prepared in 1965. The world has gone beyond that. Way back then, to get any information about a country, you'd have to go to the mission. You understand? Then you meet him. Then that was when we had information officers. People like Alhaji, late Alhaji Kola Animation, spent the latter part of his career being an information officer, I think in Brussels or somewhere. Those days are gone. What you have now is everything is out there on the net. So the federal government should be telling itself to be of the best behavior to promote the country. Everything that is being done in this country, everything is out there for people to find out. The days when you have an information officer, he wants to correct one, those days are gone. In fact, in today's world, it says, if you don't want anybody to know what you are doing, don't do it. Everything we are doing, everything we talk about in this country is out there. It would be, imagine yourself, it would be silly if you are a foreign investor and you didn't keep all you need to do is to go on the internet, punch Google, punch this, punch that, and lo and behold, the whole country is naked before you. You can see everything. So they shouldn't be telling the missions. They should be talking to themselves. And that's my. They should be talking. They should be talking to themselves. That look, you better put on the best behavior if you know you want to belong to the Committee of Nations.
Let's take this story. It's in the Vanguard, page 9. We've received threats from terrorists to bomb National Assembly. Reps raise alarm.
This is in all the papers, and I just chuckled when I saw this. That you've received threats from. First of all, the threats might not necessarily be from terrorists. It could be Nigerians disguising as terrorists. Okay, and it's because you have created the distance between you and the people. A National Assembly ideally should be a place I can get up in the morning and say, look, I want to go to the National Assembly and watch proceedings for the day. At most, maybe you search me, see if I have a weapon. But they've so distanced themselves from the world. What they're doing sometimes is so laughable and pitiable that I'm not surprised that they're getting bomb threats from terrorists. But it should tell them something. See, the chairman House of Representatives Internal Security, Garba Mohammed, revealed yesterday that the National Assembly has received threats from terrorists to bomb the complex, stressing the urgent need to strengthen security. It's not to strengthen security alone. It's to do the will of the people. It's a National Assembly. They are supposed to be the representatives of the people. A lot of them can't even go home. A lot of them can't go home. How can you represent me? I'm hungry. I don't know what to do with myself. Then out of the little funds, the government removes subsidies. Out of the funds available, you alone, you first of all take 160 million and buy a vehicle. And you want me to be happy with you? Look at your allowances. The universities I send my children to are shut down. My children can't go to school. I can't go anything beyond malaria. I have to go to the chemist. I can't afford to go to the hospital. That is why you have these threats. And it is not about security, because guess what? The people you rely on for security are the victims. They are the victims. The difference between them and the ordinary person is the uniform they are wearing.
Right.
Then they go home, they go to Mami markets, their wives go to whatever. They have the same problems that the ordinary citizen has. So it's not an issue. Yes, there must be security. Terrorists, I don't know, but in all honesty, one of the best solutions to problems like this is for you to do good, to do the right thing.
We have to go now.
Yes,
we have to go. Lagos, thank you for your time. We'll step aside now for Kofi Batel's. Good morning to you.
Looking for ways to save your data? It starts with your apps. Deleting unused apps helps, but there is more. Most apps have data saver modes. Activate them to control data usage. You can also go to settings to turn off auto updates. Lastly, close unused apps to save data when you ain't using your apps. These changes can make a big difference. For more information, visit your mobile operator's website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for more helpful tips. Stay connected and enjoy smarter data usage. This message is brought to you by the Association of Telecom Operators and Nigerian Communications Commission.
Hello, Male. How you doing now?
I did, my pikin.
Male, wait. Should make I call you back? You sure say your credit go reach this guy too?
Don't worry yourself. Now MTN better gist I dey use.
Who no like better thing? Just go buy new MTN SIM so MTN go dash you 2,100 naira airtime sharply, and on top that one, every call where you make, whether na 3 minutes for this call or na 1 minute on top another call, e go dey join dey go. And once you gather reach 6 minutes, MTN go sama you 3 minutes extra. Make you for continue that better gist. Or ya dial *123*2*1# to join MTN better gist today. Terms and conditions dey sha o.
Where we inform, you decide, you listen, and be part of the conversation.
I never tell you that I'm a Nigerian. Why must government of Nigeria decide to clap its law?
The police is quick to fire tear gas and peaceful protesters, right?
It's like the entire nation is being gassed. That's what they are going to practice for you people now. Are you so crazy? It won't come in.
Why did the government not obey the courts?
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 8 o'clock.
Tune in to 99.3 Nigeria Info, where the news hits first and every conversation matters.
I believe in Lagos, you already know that every heavy rain feels like another flood warning.
And of most importantly, the court has ordered the arrest of former INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud.
Labour Party leader calling on INEC to scrutinise candidates' certificates.
No Iyaloja General in Edo. Every market has its own Iyeki.
After all that has happened in Gaza, is Gaza still a physical place or a symbol?
The Trump administration and his minister, shame to them.
You see this our bow and go syndrome? It'll be the death of us.
News, sports, and talk that keeps you in the know. Stay with us. It's 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Thanks for joining us on East at 8 on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The Senate